Hey man, is this thing on? Hello? Alright guys, let me just set one last thing up. Make sure you like up the stream, man. We're taking a huge risk doing this. It's our first time doing it on Laced Up. I'm like posting it on my like IG and shit. And kind of cleaning up my ugly ass room. And messing with the audio levels a little bit too.
We want him to be that big point guard, have the ball in his hand, and be the statistic guy. Like
Alright guys, I'm gonna start in 2 minutes. Oh, snap. Look at that. Look at us, guys. All right, I'm just doing a little test here. Wow, this tray just went down. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you everything here, man. Like, I have the screen and everything. I'm gonna show you guys everything. There's just a lot going on, and I'm just trying to make sure I got all of my bases covered. While we wait for that, man, do me a favor, retweet this tweet up in the chat. I'll give you guys all a nice little shout out. You'll appear over here. Could you guys hear me okay? Yeah, you guys can hear me okay? All right, I'm just gonna go get some water and I'll be right back, all right? But you guys will pop up over here if you retweet the tweet in the chat. And I'm gonna come say my highs and everything. It's just, only thing I need is water and I should be chilling. Should be chilling. Let's see. Yeah, I should be chilling after the water. Yeah. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate it. We just started the laced up Twitter for you guys. All right, let's do it, man. Oh, all right. Why is there no volume? Here is the volume.
It's a weird show for us. We actually don't want you to stay off Twitch.
Making sure the audio levels are good, guys.
Tonight, which is
Let me know in the chat, man. Let me know if the audio levels are off. Let me know if things need to be increased. You guys are like the first people here, man. So like, let me know if this is the first time you've been here. Let me know if this is the first time you've been to my NBA draft live stream. One in the chat if this is your first time. Two in the chat if you've been here before. We're going to get my boys Mike Korzemba and Get Like Hoop. We're going to be up in here later. Shout outs to them. We have a fully, this is the beginning of something special, man. In the future, we're going to be hopefully, we're hoping to be the guys you watch when the NBA draft goes down. I want to... Do you guys want your chat to appear on screen? Yo, K-Bets with the super chat. Mike, thank you for this. No problem, man. It's I like saying this every single year I do this, but the NBA draft is like really near and dear to my heart because it's kind of how I launched my YouTube career. So it's always nice to do it. I'm going to keep doing it until one day YouTube comes down hard on me. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming by and supporting. And let me get the sub ticker, man, because when we get to 40,000 subscribers, I'm going to ask the guys if they want to announce it mid-stream. I think we'd probably announce it in the pod, if I'm being honest. But we are going to be giving away a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. To a subscriber that turns on our notifications on the channel. And hold on. Let's see. I'm like a noob when it comes to this stuff, guys. Here, let me turn this on for you guys in the meantime.
3
so you guys can hear what's going on.
hours. Yeah, you got to. And we're going to go commercial free for the first 10 picks as well. So if you need to use the restroom, you're going to need to go do that right now. But this is something really cool we're doing. It's a show like we've never done before, and we truly want you guys to be a part of the show all night long. So tweet at us. All three of us are on Twitter. Please. Of course, you know this guy's like the most popular guy on Twitter.
Block a charge.
That's right. And maybe we'll run some of those tonight. Maybe you can stand up and take a block.
I think I will not. My days of taking blocks and charges are done.
All right. We also have
terrible rule.
We have all throughout the night. We're going to have interactive polls going on. So here's what we want you to do: go over to our friends at BleacherReport.com. NBA fan polls. Or
the
see that
sub count
QR
for you
code right there,
guys.
Rex? You know how to do that, right?
Yes, I
Here we go.
just learned that recently at the hotel.
Yeah, you
Make
take
that
out
a
your
little
phone.
smaller.
Open up your camera, you point it there. You don't have to take a picture, you just point it there. Here's our first poll question of the night. Which expected top 4 pick has the best chance to win Rookie of the Year? So far, the projected number
that
1
one?
pick, Cade Cunningham, is running away with this poll. But we'll see how you guys feel. It's a topic we're going to talk
I gotta
about
learn how to do this.
throughout the night, because I think that there's a lot of talented players in this draft. And Brendan, from your time covering
It
the
was
NCAA
just
tournament,
there.
you know that there's going to be sleepers in this draft.
Yeah, the first
But
30
we've been
minutes is you
focusing
guys
for the last
laughing at me
18 months or
for,
so on these first 4
trying to figure out how to
the last
do
18
OBS
months or so on
properly and
these first
failing miserably.
4 guys. So I think the question is, with so many teams needing
Wait,
a
I think I know
franchise
what I did
player,
wrong.
what's your take on these 4 guys here in terms of a safe pick or going to get somebody that could truly be dominant in this league for the next decade?
Well, I think all these guys are safe picks to a certain degree. And I think they all have tremendous upside. That's why they're going where they're going in the draft. I think Cade Cunningham has the most upside because when you look at the history of this game, guys 6'8" with size, guys with size that can do
Guys, if
different
you're enjoying the
things,
stream,
multiple
just
things
leave
as
a
far as
like,
scoring,
subscribe to our
passing, scoring at all
podcast.
levels.
When we get to
Those guys are the
40,000
guys that help you get
subscribers,
over the hump
one
in the
lucky person
championship.
with
So,
their notifications
I think
on
guys like Cade
is going to enter for a
Cunningham,
PlayStation 5 or an
just
Xbox
expected to
Series
be,
X, man.
The best player in this draft and out of these 4 guys. But then Evan Mobley's a dynamic big that can score, and he's going to be able to switch the pick and roll. When you look at Jalen Green, all you hear about is his upside. I haven't seen as much of him because he was in the G League. I've seen clips and I've done my research on him, but everybody said this kid can flat out score the ball. I had one scout tell me, don't be surprised if he even led the league in scoring.
Guys, do you think Russell Westbrook to the Lakers is what they need in order to win a championship? Do you think they're better than the Nets if that happens? Also, huge shout outs to the 18 beautiful individuals, Get Like Coop, Jamal, Mike Dog, Brett Gittner, Dr. Shark Monk. While I'm doing this, if you retweet it, I'll give you a shout out, man. I'm gonna fix the audio after. Okay, let's fix the audio right now.
These front offices, there's a lot of guys who have their job on the line. Like the buzz around the league is that next summer is going to be the summer where there's going to be front office vacancies. And this draft may determine the fate of a lot of guys' futures as the GM and president of different organizations. So are we talking about safe picks? Are we talking about a guy who's got a high ceiling? Like, where's Cade Cunningham? Is he the safest pick or is he the best player in this draft?
You know, like Brendan said, several of these guys are pretty safe.
You don't think they're better than
Nah, and they all seem to be
I'm not
really
going to be biased about this, bro, but
I think the thing that separates
this
the
is
executives, the
exactly
elite
what the Lakers
executives
need.
in the year in the league every year are guys that
give us
aren't
the
worried
shit.
about losing their job. They know what they're looking at. They're not going to go with what just everyone else believes.
Right.
You know, I like Cade Cunningham. I don't love him as the first pick. No,
Whoa.
I don't. Yes, I don't.
What?
I want him to be more athletic. And when I watch him, the first pick, I want him to be able to take over games offensively, and I didn't get to see enough of that. I like Evan Mobley.
Bro,
as
this
the
guy
first
doesn't
pick.
watch basketball. No
I do.
offense. Like, this dude is, I don't know what he's
Maybe he
saying.
streams, by the way.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Cade
Yeah.
Cunningham might be one of the
I watch
best
him.
You obviously
prospects
cut the
we've ever
cord. I
seen in
just
the
watch
past
highlights.
decade.
I
Without a
like
doubt in
him.
the
He's
top
a really
3.
nice player, but
Without
I
a
love
doubt.
Evan Mobley. I think he's the best, has the most upside. I look at him, first Kentucky reference.
I agree, Cam.
Of the night.
That's just me not
Hopefully
being
be the-
delusional.
Like
Hopefully be the
Anthony
last.
Davis. Like Anthony Davis. And we haven't even talked about Anthony Davis took one shot in the championship game. He can control a game. You always knew he had offense. We hadn't talked
By the way,
about
guys,
we
I have
haven't
to
even
keep
talked
the
about
audio
Scotty
a
Barnes,
little
who I
lower
like
here and
next.
there until
Scotty
they say
Barnes
something
is a
like
monster,
relevant.
guys.
Otherwise, we
Well,
could get
look at
taken
this.
down
Look at our
possibly.
poll.
So just keep that in mind. Bear that in mind. You know,
the tide is
I'm on
turning.
your side.
The fans are
But we got to
saying
do some
Joe
like weird
Green
stuff to make
has
sure
the
that
best
we can
chance
keep
to win
going. You know
the
what I
year.
mean?
Just a couple of minutes ago, the fans were saying Cade Cunningham.
Well, who knows?
It's his effect.
Listen, man. Cade Cunningham is the best in this draft now.
We're going to get a lot more Kentucky references. I don't know how many UNC references, maybe 1 or 2. Maybe we'll wait for the second round of that. But
And then, of
that'll be
course,
up to the
in
guys.
commercials, I got to kind of go ghost. Because that's just, I think it's just silly to, we don't want to risk that. You know what I mean? We don't want to get in trouble for that. We don't want to potentially lose a live stream just because they decide to play some copyrighted music. And next thing you know, like, the live stream's gone. You know what I mean? Jalen Green is running away with this. You guys think there's people that think that Jalen Green's better than Cade Cunningham? Actually, When's the draft? Diego? It starts in about 18 minutes, actually. Make sure you retweet that, guys. Yeah, I don't care what that guy says. Let me just here. I'm gonna put it on. Oh, they're back already?
Evan Mobley's a quiet guy. You know, Cade Cunningham's, I would say, more on the quiet side. But what you see is what you're going to get in Jalen Green, and that bounce and his scoring ability and having a knack to be able to figure it out. I think he's going to get it done.
And the hairstyle will go from you to Cat to me to Jim Jackson.
I'm just curious, because let's say it all works out and you're looking at the Pistons, the Rockets, the Cavs, and the Raptors. How much, Jim, would winning factor in to Rookie of the Year if their numbers are comparable among the four?
Well, you saw it this year, Anthony Edwards, and the whole thing going back and forth with him because Minnesota didn't really win a lot. It does factor in. Now, if Toronto chooses to move, chooses to move, but Kyle Lowry chooses to move on, that opens up the slot lead guard position for Jalen Suggs to go into a ready-made team that can win 35, 40-plus games. That gives you the leg up, especially if he averages 15 points, 5 or 6 assists, a steal. You know what I mean? It has impact on that. Now, that winning aspect, as B knows, gives you a little leg up because your contributions and numbers, and I hate to say empty numbers, but his numbers contribute a lot more to winning. But Jalen Green will have more of an opportunity with the ball in his hands along with Cade Cunningham. Now, Cade, if they improve significantly and win games, now the number one pick, the marketing behind it, they've improved. If he puts up 18 to 20 points and they're 10 games better, it's going to be hard to top that as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out.
Looks like we do have a possible trade in the works between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Washington Wizards, which would include Russell Westbrook going home to L.A. The Wizards would get Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, KCP, and possibly the 22nd pick in the draft. So when I hear that, what do you hear from that trade?
Well, I agree with what we just saw with what Brendan Haywood said. I don't know if it's a great fit. I think it would be great for Russell coming back to L.A., being a part of that team. You lose your best perimeter defender in KCP. Kyle Kuzma, who can shoot the ball, and the Lakers need shooting. They lost Danny Green from their championship year, and so that was something that was evident that they missed. But when you're secondly, is LeBron going to be willing to get off the ball? He needs the ball. Russell Westbrook needs the ball. And when you have both of those guys out there on the floor, the defense is just going to pack it in. And so they're going to be able to really concentrate on Anthony Davis, whether he's in the low block or wherever he is. And they'll sag off Russell. They'll sag off LeBron to an extent. And LeBron is not a catch-and-shoot guy. Yep. And then on top of that, are they going to get out and run? Russell was at his best when he can attack in the open floor. I don't know that LeBron is getting up and down the floor that way anymore. And so it'll be interesting to see how that actually fits and comes together.
I'm just curious something, because you guys follow this more than I do. It's always, what have you done for me lately? Or what is the trend that works? Obviously with Milwaukee and Phoenix, they had a star or maybe two, and then they had, quality players and rotation players.
Right.
Question is, have we left the era of the super team? Is it now better to have a star, 2 stars, and then a lot of other good complementary players versus, in this case, if you ended up having AD, LeBron, and Westbrook, and then sort of trying to fill in around that?
Well, but here's the difference. Milwaukee wouldn't be able to get the KD, the Harden, the Kyrie to be able to come in as a free agent. So drafting is very important, what they did with Chris Middleton, and then free agent attracting a guy like Drew Holiday to come in and be a part of. That's the difference with that in regards to superstructure and team. As it relates to LA, and to B's point is this, pace of play is different. They said, will Kyrie and LeBron work? Kyrie needs to have the ball in his hands, but Kyrie can play off the ball. He can catch and shoot on the weak side. He can also, with the dribble and the bounce, step behind the three-point line and shoot it. he doesn't play with a lot of pace, so to speak, that Russell does. Russell wants to get up and down. AD is not getting up and down the court like that. LeBron is not. So even though the trade is not done, the dynamics of what we're talking about seem they don't fit. Plus, you're losing KCP, not just from a defensive perspective, but from a shooting perspective. And if you're Kyle Kuzma, I say this about Kyle, his rookie year, a lot was expected of him. Okay, he was in a position that he was going to grow and be a face of the franchise. We know he's not a number one, but maybe he's a number two, number three. Here comes LeBron and AD. His game totally has to change. Is it a lot of his fault that his growth hasn't been there? Because if Brandon Ingram was still in LA, he wouldn't be the Brandon Ingram we see in New Orleans. Kyle Kuzma was a casualty of having the greatness. He got a championship out of it, but of having LeBron and AD come in and absorb all of that energy. It'll be interesting to see if they make this trade, how Kyle Kuzma transitions as a basketball player moving forward.
One thing we know that we've seen for certain the last 3 off seasons, you look at the champion the next year, Kawhi Leonard in Toronto, right? Anthony Davis in the Lakers, and we're going to count Drew Holiday with the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, teams make the move that count for them to win championships. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting some moves. Brooklyn has traded guard Landry Shamet to Phoenix for Javon Carter, a 29th pick in tonight's draft. Carter out of West Virginia University. And Ricky Rubio on the move again. The Cleveland Cavaliers getting him a 2022 second-round pick in cash for Taurean Prince. That opens up some cap space as well. Detroit watch party. People in the house at Little Caesars Arena. We know that Jim loves some Little Caesars.
Bro, back in the day, I wonder if they're giving any away. Crazy bread, 2-for-1 specials in the hood. You couldn't beat that, bro. Come on, man. Send me some. I still eat it.
Guys, if you're enjoying the live, man, do me a huge favor and smack that like button for the YouTube algorithm, bro. It helps us out a ton. We're a brand new podcast trying to make it. And we're taking a huge risk streaming this draft for you guys, man. But, of course, it's all worth it. Obviously, I'm going to, once the ads are done. Who the hell is calling me? Who the hell is calling me? Bitch, stop calling me. Oops. My bad. I'm too unfiltered. Yeah. So like I was saying, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, turn on our notifications, guys. The moment we hit 40,000 subscribers, we're going to be, turn on our notifications. We're going to be giving away a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. Bro, I'm authentic. You gotta, like, I might be a psychopath, but yeah, at least I'm authentic. Including the number. Up to you. Guys, one in the chat if you want Mike Korzemba in up in here. I feel like we could hit 40K on this stream. Here, let's hop in Discord and get let's get my brother up in here. Okay, test, yeah. Test. All right, yeah. If he pops in, I should hear him. And yeah. Once again, guys, you know, now that it's like the very beginning of the stream, I could kind of do this, but as we continue, people are gonna kill me if I do this. I'm gonna show whoever retweets this tweet on the screen, shout you guys out a little bit. Mike Korzemba's on his way up in here. Here, let's delete that. NBA draft's about to start in 8 minutes. Push Discord up. Close that.
To ever contact me, one of the first ever schools to contact me. You know, and we just built a strong relationship. On top of that, you know, the history of Duke, all the way dating back to all the Hall of Famers they got, Grant Hill, Christian Laettner, Bobby Hurley. You know, it's the legacy of Duke, and then on top of that, playing for, if not one of the greatest coaches of all time, and Coach K. It was an honor and an opportunity that my family and I, you know, didn't want to miss out on.
So it was an unprecedented season. Obviously did not finish the way Duke wanted in making the tournament. And you chose to sort of at one point stop and focus on this. Why'd you make that decision?
You know, at the end of the day, I had to do what was best for my family and I. You know, the dream was always to play in the NBA, and I felt it was the best time, you know, to prepare myself for my dream. At the end of the day, it was a very tough decision. Duke meant a lot to me, so I had the support of them, which made the decision more comfortable for me.
So how did you use that time, that extra time, if you will, to get yourself in this position to be ready for the draft?
My work ethic is second to none, especially, you know, I had to lock in even more than I already was, just, you know, coming in to Duke. And then once I decided to leave, it was a time to turn it up another notch. It's a lot of early mornings, you know, a lot of times where, you know, I don't feel like getting up, but this is a price I have to pay because I'm preparing myself for this draft and to be the best player I can be.
In what way has your game improved in the last couple of months?
You know, my shooting has come a long way. I'm starting to figure out the consistency part of it. I've learned a lot about myself as a player and, you know, just learning about the details of things. And I just feel like I've came a long way, and I'm excited for people to see the updated and new, better version of Jalen.
So once you make this transition, in what way do you think you can have an impact?
I think I'm going to have an impact the day I step foot on the NBA court. Whatever team decides to pick me, I'm going to have an impact immediately. I feel what I bring to the table, at my height, my size, the things I can do, I feel like are rare. How versatile I am, the ability to guard multiple positions, my vision. So there's a lot of things that I bring to the table, you know, that I feel like can help a NBA team right away.
Who's the player that we should compare you to, or at least a little bit mirror of who you could be?
You know, that's a tough question because I don't like giving myself a ceiling. You know, there's been comparisons. You know, just like I'm not gonna say I compare myself to Ben Simmons, but the ability to pass at that height. You know, a lot of people have said that. You know, so our passing ability is very similar because of our size. That's probably the comparison I'd give. But you know, I'm confident, and you know, so yeah.
Jalen Johnson, possibly the third Jalen in the top 10 in this draft.
You got that right.
So many freaking Jalens in this year's NBA draft. Bro, we're not saying that. We're not saying Cade Cunningham is going to be better than Luka Doncic, but he compares to him really well because he's a remarkable playmaker, and at the same time, he has the ability to create his own jump shot.
I said the talent is there. You know, now again, you know, I'm not gonna say it's not happening. It's crazy things that happen in the draft because talent a lot of times overrules some questions you may have about fit, personality, and what may have happened. Now, we were sitting there talking, you know, during, you know, the video and everything about it's a safer pick later in the first round, of course, because the questions you have about him.
I think Josh Giddey might be my favorite player.
It's not as much of a chance, but in the top 10, I do believe somebody gonna take him though. I do.
In the top 10.
Yeah, watch.
All right.
Guys, we are 200 likes away from the 1,000 like mark. Do you guys got us?
It's cool with me.
I can't remember where he went in our mock draft. I think the fans had him going at 11.
Yeah, we had him in the back.
11.
I think we had him in the middle of the first round. Though,
Yeah.
in our mock.
I wouldn't be surprised, but you never know.
Holty Pie, do you think the Warriors are going to make any moves tonight? I mean, I honestly think that people don't believe me on this because Bradley Beal hasn't demanded a trade yet. I don't care what he says. I really think Bradley Beal is going to demand a trade eventually. If he does, it needs to be tonight. I think at some point in the lottery, right before the Warriors pick, he needs to demand that trade. This is the best chance he's ever going to have to win. Get on a championship contending team that wants him. The big three of the Golden State Warriors have been doing whatever it takes to push their management to trade for Bradley Beal. It's so weird for him to say, no, I don't want that. You know what I mean?
Jalen Suggs, and then you're done. We'll be back here.
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
After
He's
more
out.
coverage.
Easy work. It's cigar time,
Come
baby.
hang out with, 3 of us, because Jim, he's got things to get.
I'll be watching it with a cigar in my mouth. Don't worry. Cigar going to be in my mouth. I'm going to be pulling for you a little bit later.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I think I have to change it right now. It's ads right now. Don't trip. It's ads. Sorry guys. I'm just getting the right channel for you guys. It changed. That was NBA TV before, by the way, for those of you guys wondering. Oh, I have to relog in. Sorry guys. Sorry about all this. K to the D, turn us up. Yes, sir. I keep saying I'm really high on Cade Cunningham. I don't know why he gets the hate he does. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But congratulations on him, man, and thank you for the dono, brother. Let's see. Is Nightbot up in here? Is he? I feel like he is almost here. Something like that. Is he? All right, sorry guys. Let me. I'm doing like too much stuff at once. Let me just get you guys the draft. And here we are, my guys. It is on an ad right now, but guys, we're 5 likes away from 1,000 likes. Yep. You want Davion Mitchell? All right, here it is.
In Brooklyn, New York, in the Barclays Center for the 2021 NBA Draft presented by State Farm. Fans have already been gathering. Cade Cunningham, the presumptive #1 pick. Here is the NBA Commissioner, Adam Silver.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 Draft at Barclays Center, home of the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Liberty. It's wonderful to be here with all of you in person, not virtually. Thank you to all of our fans, including the more than 1.2 million who attended games during the playoffs. Having full arenas again was truly uplifting, and we can't thank you enough for standing by us over the past 16 months. We witnessed incredible competition this season and saw a new set of stars and teams emerge. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks and the city of Milwaukee on their first NBA championship in 50 years. Tonight marks the start of a new season, and a particularly special one for the league because this is our 75th anniversary. Not only will we honor the past and present legends of our game, but we'll also look ahead to the future. And that's what the draft is all about. To these young men waiting to hear their names called, congratulations on overcoming every imaginable obstacle to be here tonight. There have been fewer than 5,000 players in the 75-year history of the NBA. You are moments away from joining this exclusive group, and we won't keep you waiting any longer. The first pick in the 2021 NBA Draft belongs to the Detroit Pistons, who have 5 minutes to make their selection.
Let's go.
The Pistons have thought about it for quite some time. They believe their man is Cunningham. The draft night is here.
All right, I already announced on my channel that this is going to be Cade Cunningham. I'm sure we could all agree it's going to be Cade Cunningham. Wow, we're almost at the 34,000 subscriber mark, man. If you're fans of myself, Mike Korzemba, Get Like Coop, we already had our first podcast guest today. It was Brawadis. Make sure you sub and hit that notification bell, man. Taking a huge risk doing this draft, but I'm excited. Hopefully we see some awesome trades. We're 60 away.
With the first pick in the NBA Draft.
Listen and making of a star, they hear my
Hayden,
name and
appreciate you,
remember
bro.
me. I'm fair, I am the furthest of all time. I said I'm coming for everything, everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level is legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. Long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, but I pushed the rock off the court. Think about this though. Secret to success, my family wouldn't tell it. I got champion genetics with a Pantheon aesthetic. It's tough, wanting the spotlight and barely getting credit. Put on highlight real chilly and I'm clearly getting better. From the beginning of it all, you seen the making of a star. They hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Before we go any further, just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. 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 Sound check is good. Let's get it. I am the prince.
And this draft night is everything to Cade Cunningham, his daughter Riley there, first team All-American, Big 12 Player of the Year, a smooth player. And the Pistons fans, they know exactly the name that they want to hear. In fact, at a Tigers game earlier, they were chanting, "We want Cade." The Pistons have been around after moving from Fort Wayne since the late 50s. Last time they had the #1 overall pick, they took the great Bob Lanier out of St. Bonaventure, became an all-star, one of the great big men in the history of the game. Of course, Detroit had several eras of dominance, 3 world championships that they had in 89, 90, 2004 in a couple of different groups. Dominated the East and going to the Eastern Conference Finals 6 and 5 times. But since 2008, only 1 winning season, no playoff wins, some notable failures in the draft. However, last year they came up after making some moves with a couple of all-rookie selections, the only team to have 2 all-rookie selections, but they need a cornerstone. And they believe that Cade Cunningham is that. What would they be getting if, in fact, that is the choice we expect?
They'll be getting a future star that is truly a complete player, that does absolutely everything. And at 6'8", with a 7-foot wingspan, he's got the handle of a point guard. You mentioned, Reese, that he's clutch. And I think that's true. Like, he's not. It's not that he's not afraid of the moment. He's not. He understands the moment and can operate in it at the highest level. He can go off the dribble. He's an excellent passer with either hand. Great in isolation. Can shoot it from deep, and he guards people. He is really good defensively and has made game-saving and game-winning plays on the defensive end because of that clutch gene that you talked about and that great understanding of the game. He doesn't blast off pick and rolls, but he comes off them with pace and makes the right decision and sees the entire floor. He can call his own number and take it himself and is not afraid of it. He's got everything. And I think he's a superstar. And I think he's going to be all NBA. I think he's going to be an all-star.
Wait. Oh my God. We're back? Oh my God, we're back. Oh! Are you kidding me? Let's go! No way! No way! Sorry, guys. Sorry. I was like looking, I'm like, are we back?
You see the reaction in Stillwater.
Oh,
he becomes the highest.
Of course we missed Cade Cunningham getting drafted. Of course.
The celebration
I'm sorry, man.
in Motown.
I'm so sorry.
Eskimo Joe's, they're loving it. They're loving it here at the Barclays in Brooklyn, New York.
It ain't official till it's official.
Guys, I might have to lower the, I'm going to lower the desktop audio so that doesn't happen again.
Big shout and congratulations to the #1 draft pick.
I got like we got to go.
NBA draft, man.
I got to turn down a little lower, bro. I'm sorry.
To your future, we here. Now let's get it.
You got the Motor City and you got Cade Cunningham. It's the motorcade rolling in. I mentioned Cunningham is a vegan, practices yoga. He has a hidden talent. He's a barber for many of his teammates through